A Liberal campaign announcement to clean up the RDM site in Harrietsfield may not be exactly as advertised.
The problem of contaminated groundwater has plagued the people near the recycling plant for years. The Liberal candidate seeking re-election in the riding of Halifax Atlantic, Brendan McGuire, took to Facebook this week to say this.
As of today, the commitment has been made that the city and the province will be working together to clean up the RDM site. Big news, there's a lot of people to thank.
Well, we contacted the mayor's office about this. A spokesperson says she received a quick call from the Liberals earlier this week to see if the city was interested, but that there has been no formal discussions and no commitment.
The Liberal campaign says it still wants to look at cleaning up the site.
Let's take a look now at what's been happening on the campaign trail today. PC leader Jamie Bailey committed $1.7 million to opening a new walk-in clinic, specifically designed to treat veterans who are reluctant to seek care in a regular clinic or emergency room because of a stress-related injury. The plan is to redesign a portion of the Camp Hill Hospital to accommodate a clinic. Roland Lawless is a veteran who has been lobbying to get a clinic like this one set up.
Emergency rooms present every trigger that could possibly trigger a person with an operational stress injury. So whether it's screaming children, whether it's bloody hands, bloody feet, you know what I mean? It's there. The smell is there, the sights, the sounds. So in saying that, why would they go?
Meanwhile, the NDP is offering a big ticket promise worth $40 million a year. Those headed for community college this fall would pay nothing in tuition under an NDP government, and a 10% cut in tuition for anyone heading to university.
And we make these commitments because there's something we understand. We understand that a province that closes the doors on opportunities to its young people closes on its future.
For their part, the Liberals are touting their previous promise to create new spaces for people starting out in a trade by expanding what's called the Start Apprenticeship program.
More than 700 new opportunities for apprentices will be created over the next 4 years. This expansion will also help the private sector by helping small businesses and entrepreneurs find and cultivate the skilled workforce they need.
The beefed up program is also offering triple the amount of money available to employers if they take on someone who is Aboriginal, African Nova Scotian, disabled, or a woman.
Well, there's just about a year to go until marijuana is legalized, and the three-party leaders are talking about how best to regulate it here. That includes setting the price and deciding how it will be distributed and sold. They floated some of those ideas on the campaign trail.
Been working with the other Atlantic premiers to make sure that we have a uniformed approach here from things that are actually fall under our purview, which would be age, cost, how do you know, those kinds of things. So we're looking to have a uniform approach. That hasn't been landed on at this point, but we're continuing to make sure that we put together what is an Atlantic Canada model.
I'm not in favor of legalizing. I want to make that clear. For me, the priorities are to protect young Nova Scotians, to set the age limit based on safety and science, and to find some controlled way of dealing with the retailing that keeps young Nova Scotians safe.
We think that it's the NSLC that should be looked to for this distribution. That's not to say necessarily that marijuana should be sold through liquor stores. That's another question. But the NSLC has the experience and the expertise for dealing with this area, and also has experience in marketing in a context of harm reduction.
And we should clarify something, correct something. We said that the NDP promised, the big ticket item there dealing with tuition, was a $40 million a year promise. It's actually $30 million a year, so we just want to make sure we get that straight. We're going to be talking politics for a while here in Nova Scotia, aren't we? Stay with us, CBC Nova Scotia. Over the course of the election, we will have what you need to know and the issues you care about being covered.
And on May 18th, we'll be broadcasting live on CBC television and streaming online for a 90-minute debate with the leaders of the three major parties. That's Thursday, May 18th from 6 to 7:30, and we hope you can join us.